Hello and welcome to English Pod Studio. I'm very happy you are here today. This podcast is a good way to practice your English listening skills. You will hear clear and simple English that is easy to understand. You can listen, repeat, and learn step by step. Today, we are going to talk about something that every English learner wants to know: how to learn new words easily. Learning new words is one of the most important parts of learning a language. Without words, we cannot speak, we cannot write, and we cannot understand. Words are like the building blocks of a house. If you have many blocks, you can build many things. If you have only a few blocks, you can only build something small. So if you want to speak English well, you need to collect words little by little, day by day. But here is the problem. Many learners say, "I forget new words quickly. I study today, but tomorrow I don't remember." Does this happen to you? Don't worry, it happens to everyone. The good news is that there are easy and fun ways to learn and remember words. Today, I will share them with you. Let's start with the first simple way. Repeat words many times. Repetition is very powerful. Imagine you meet a new person. If you only hear their name once, you may forget it. But if you hear their name 10 times, you will remember it. Words are the same. You need to see them, hear them, and use them again and again. When you repeat, your brain remembers better. Here's a small tip. When you learn a new word, don't just read it once. Write it down 3 times. Say it out loud 3 times. Use it in 3 different sentences. For example, the word apple. You can say, "I eat an apple. This apple is red. I like apple juice." By using it in different ways, you make the word stronger in your memory. Another easy way is to connect words to pictures or ideas. Our brains love pictures. If you see the word dog and you imagine a real dog, it's easier to remember. You can draw a small picture in your notebook, or you can find a photo online. Some learners even make flashcards. On one side is the word, on the other side is a picture. When you see the picture, you say the word. This way, learning feels like a game. So far, we talked about repeating words many times and connecting words to pictures or ideas. Now let's move forward with more simple and helpful methods. Another very effective way is to learn words in context. What does that mean? It means you learn words inside real sentences, not alone. For example, if you learn the word water, don't only say water. Instead, say, "I drink water every day," or "Can I have a glass of water?" This way, your brain remembers not only the word, but also how to use it. Learning in context makes the word come alive. Here's another good method. Learn with stories. Stories are powerful because they have meaning. If you read or listen to a simple story, you will meet the same words again and again. For example, if you read a story about a farmer, you may see words like farm, cow, chicken, field, and food many times. Because you see them many times in a natural way, they stay in your memory without hard work. Another way is to use new words in daily life. For example, if you learn the word cup, look at a cup in your house and say the word out loud. "This is a cup." If you learn the word door, touch the door and say, "I open the door." Using words in real situations helps you connect language with life. That connection is very strong, and it makes you remember. Now, let's talk about another easy method. Speak the words to yourself. Many learners feel shy to speak English with others. but speaking to yourself is a great practice. You can stand in front of a mirror and say new words. You can describe what you are doing. I am cooking rice. I am washing my hands. I am reading a book. When you use the words in your own life, they become part of you. Another tip is to write sentences with new words. If you only write the word one time, it's not enough. But if you write small sentences, your brain works harder and remembers more. For example, if you learn the word happy, you can write, I am happy today. My friend is happy. This song makes me happy. 3 sentences, 3 different uses, 1 strong memory. Finally, now let's talk about using colors and notebooks. Some learners like to keep a special notebook for new words. You can write new words in one color and examples in another color. Or you can use highlighters. When your notes look nice, colorful, and clear, your brain likes it more. So far, we talked about learning words in context, learning with stories, using words in daily life, speaking to yourself, writing sentences, and using colorful notebooks. Now, we learned about using words in context, learning with stories, speaking to yourself, writing sentences, and using colorful notebooks. Now, let's talk about more fun and creative ways to learn and remember new words. One of the easiest and most enjoyable ways is to learn with music. Songs are full of simple, repeated words. When you listen to a song many times, the words stay in your head like magic. For example, think about a simple children's song. The words are easy and the melody helps you remember. You can choose English songs you enjoy, read the lyrics, and sing along. Singing is not only fun, it also trains your pronunciation and rhythm. Another method is to play word games. Learning doesn't always have to feel like study. Games make it exciting. There are many word games you can play alone or with friends. For example, you can play a game where you look around your room and name 5 objects in English. Or you can use word puzzle apps on your phone. Even simple games like memory cards or matching words with pictures can help. The more you play, the more you learn. Let's talk about connecting words with feelings. This is very powerful. Our brains remember better when emotions are involved. For example, if you learn the word delicious, think about your favorite food and how happy it makes you feel. If you learn the word rainy, think about how you feel when it rains. By connecting the word to your feelings, you create a stronger memory. Another fun way is to use movies or TV shows. When you watch a movie in English, don't try to understand every single word. Instead, choose a few new words that catch your attention. Write them down, look them up later, and try to use them. The next time you watch the movie, listen carefully for those words. You'll be surprised at how quickly they become familiar. You can also make small labels at home. Take sticky notes and write words on them. Then put the notes on real objects. For example, write mirror and stick it on your mirror. Write fridge and put it on your fridge. Every time you see the object, you also see the English word. This daily reminder helps you remember without much effort. Another useful tip is to practice with a friend. If you have someone who is also learning English, you can share new words together. For example, you can agree to learn 5 new words each day. Then, when you meet or chat, you both try to use those words in conversation. Learning with a partner makes you more motivated and less lonely. Finally, let's talk about reviewing words at the right time. Many learners study new words once and then forget to review. But if you review at the right moments, you remember much longer. The best way is to review after 1 day, after 1 week, and after 1 month. This is called spaced repetition. It means you don't need to study for hours, but you review smartly at the right times. Now let's go deeper into how you can turn these ideas into a daily habit and how to keep your motivation strong. First, let's talk about making word learning part of your daily life. The secret is not to study for many hours, only once in a while. The secret is to practice a little every day. For example, you can choose 3 new words each morning, write them on a small piece of paper, or save them in your phone. During the day, try to use those 3 words again and again. Use them in your thoughts, in short sentences, or when you write a text. By the end of the day, those 3 words will feel more natural to you. Second, try to connect word learning with something you already do. For example, if you drink tea or coffee in the morning, make it your word time. While drinking, read one sentence in English or review a small word list. If you take the bus or train, you can look at a few flashcards. If you walk outside, name the things you see in English. These small moments become powerful learning times when repeated every day. Now, let's talk about motivation. Sometimes we start learning with excitement, but later we feel tired or bored. How can we stay motivated? One way is to set small goals. For example, I want to learn 50 new words this month. That is not too big, but still gives you a clear target. Another way is to reward yourself. If you study for 7 days in a row, give yourself a small reward, like a piece of chocolate, a short movie, or a nice walk. These rewards keep your brain happy and help you continue. Another important thing is to track your progress. Keep a notebook or use an app where you write all the new words you learn. When you look back after 1 month or 2 months, you will see many words. This gives you pride and shows that your work is not wasted. Sometimes we feel we are not improving, but when we see our notebook full of words, we understand how much we have learned. Let's also remember that learning words should not feel like a heavy job. It should be enjoyable. That's why you can mix different methods. Some days, sing along with a song. Some days, write sentences. Some days, play a word game. Some days, label objects in your home. By changing methods, you avoid boredom and keep learning fun. Now, before we finish, let's make a quick recap of all the easy ways we talked about in this podcast. Use flashcards to learn and review. Learn words in context, not alone. Read short stories or listen to simple stories. Speak to yourself in English and make your own sentences. Keep a colorful notebook. Learn with music and songs. Play word games for fun. Connect words with feelings and emotions. Watch movies or TV shows and pick new words. Label objects at home. Learn with a friend or partner. Review words with spaced repetition. Make word learning a daily habit. Stay motivated with small goals, rewards, and progress tracking. These are many options, and you don't need to use all of them at the same time. Just pick 2 or 3 that you enjoy the most and do them often. Remember, learning a few words well is better than learning many words and forgetting them. So my final message for you is this. Learning words is not about memory only. It's about connection. Connect words with your life, with your feelings, with your daily habits. When you do this, words stay with you, and English becomes a natural part of your day. Thank you for joining me in this episode of English Pod Studio. I hope you enjoyed it and learned useful tips. Keep practicing step by step, day by day. Every new word you learn is a new door that opens, so keep opening doors and soon you will walk freely in English. See you in the next episode.